Hello everyone, I'm Phoenix and welcome to Minecraft Z. And I did a little bit of work here and there. So we now have, mostly, we have an entrance here for the train to come into. And we have an exit set up as well. I hooked up a load of switch tracks. They're all pointing in the right direction. So when trains come out, they will go in the right way. And yeah, so there's an exit there. It's not completely hooked up to the main line yet, but that'll come. That'll come when I'm ready to do that. Which isn't quite yet. There's still a few things to set up here. So the other thing that I did set up was this. It's not completely there yet, and this episode I'll be showing you quite how we're going to finish this up. Power is a little bit of a problem. I don't really have quite enough power to keep this running all of the time. I do want to get an advanced solar generator up there, but for the moment it's, you know, it's alright. So this entire run here will eventually triple my ores. So the ores will go in here. They will be combined with oxygen, and we'll get sort of these like ore clumps, and they are then crushed into dirty ore, and then they're enriched to clean ore, and then they're put into the energized smelter, and they're smelted into bars. Now I've just been doubling the ores using this system. In here it's very much like thermal expansion, so you do have an output slot system. You will have to match them up, so I want my input slot to be the dark red, which is what that is. By default that's on the top, and that one, so you do need to make sure that you've got your input slots correct, and that you are outputting having an auto eject on the whatever your dark blue is, which is your output slot, and then you do that for each and every one. I haven't done them for all of them yet. I haven't done them for all of them yet because I am doing a few things which I don't necessarily want them to be passing it over yet, so it can be done eventually. So this tube up here is going to be for oxygen. So oxygen will go into the purification chamber. And the way that we get oxygen is from water, so we are going to need a pump. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook up a couple more steel, though I do need to get some more carbon for that. I don't have any coal around, do I? I think I did have some coal somewhere. I can't remember where it was though. Actually, I think it was under here. There it is. I'm going to grab this coal and throw it into the thingamajig. I did also find during a mining session some diamonds, and which leads me with a slight dilemma. I don't know whether to go for a wood farm first or a crop farm. If I got a crop farm going, that would be expandable because it would be using Steve's carts, but possibly the wood farm would be better, because actually I think the wood farm would be better, because then I can get loads of wood from a good wood cart. So maybe that's the way to go. Right, that's now empty, so let's cover up that hole. So that goes into here. So that's got plenty of carbon in there. These go pretty quickly when they've got plenty of power. Ugh. Come on, pick them up again. There you go. Yeah, so that will make that. I want to use my tin to make a bucket. So what I'm doing here is I am making fluid pipes, essentially, from mechanism. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is because I do not have the ability to make fluid pipes from Buildcraft. Buildcraft pipes would be a lot cheaper, but at this time I don't have any cactus, and I don't have any bees up either. That might be a good thing to go into next, perhaps. Get some bees up. Yeah, that might be kind of neat to do. If I got some bees up, then I could... yeah, maybe. Get some beeswax, and then that would be a lot cheaper than this. But essentially you make a basic mechanical pipe, and these can then carry fluids. We're also going to need a couple of buckets of water to make an infinite water pool. Ow. Damn spiders. Right, so yes. Water is what I needed. There we go, we've got enough water there for an infinite water pool. So where do we want to put it? I think we want to put it about here. Maybe here, actually. Because in this pool we need to have, so we're gonna have open that up. Actually, I might not have needed to make this. Think about this. So pump will go about here. I need to get something from here over here. Oh well, it's useful stuff to have, even if I didn't necessarily need to make it yet. So my pump is going to go there, which means that I need to get, so that goes there. So we do that. Yeah, that'll work. And then, what will it? It would probably be better to put that here. I think that will work. So the pump goes there, and our thing that basically makes us oxygen will go there. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. So now we need to make the pump. So the pump is from Mechanism. It's called the electric pump. We need a steel casing, which is reasonably easy to do. 2, 3, 4. We need, where was it? The electric. New. We need a bucket on the top, which we've got. Enriched alloys. And some osmium. We've got that. And this will make us oh, it's a pump. It pumps water. That's pretty much what it does. And it will pump this water into another item that we'll make in a second, because I can't remember what it's called. It's the chemical, I think it's the chemical infuser, and something along those lines. It's a little bit of an awkward craft from what I can remember, but what it will allow is it will pump out oxygen, and it will pump out hydrogen from water. So you put water in and you get out hydrogen and oxygen. And then So the oxygen will go into the purifier, the purification chamber, and thus triple our ores. And the hydrogen can then be put into a gas or just released into the atmosphere, into a tank even. And we can use this hydrogen for other things later on, for power generation and for jetpacks. Yeah, and I'll probably be using it to fuel a jetpack, because whilst the electric jetpack is pretty good for just kind of whizzing around, it's really easy to recharge. It's got no armor on it, essentially, and I can enchant it by using books and an anvil, but you get a lot. You get 6 things of armor for an armored jetpack, mechanism armored jetpack, so it's well worth having. Right, ready to make this almost. And then I can also enchant that on top, so I can give it, say, fire protection, which means it will be quite good to use against the blazes. And a lot of this stuff is just preparing for the blaze fight. So our electric pump is going to go here. And as you can see, it is just pumping water out. So now we need to put the chemical thingamajig. I think it's the chemical infuser. Let me just see. It's not that. It's not that either. Oh God, what's it called? Yeah, it's this one. This one anyway, the separator. So for that, I will need one of these cores, which needs 5 of those. So I need to put in 7. 6, 7. In there. What else do I need? So it's the so what else do I need? So I need iron. Oh, I need the osmium dust. So I should have everything that I need to make this stuff. So the crusher, interesting. The crusher is kind of interesting because it can make gravel as well out of cobble. So you put your cobble in, and you get gravel out. You put that gravel into the crusher, and it will make sand. If you put it into an enrichment centre, if you put like the sand into an enrichment centre, it will make gravel. If you put gravel in, it will make cobble. So it's that's kind of neat. Right. Let's wait for this osmium dust. There we go. Right, so let's make that, and let's make that. It's dark out there, isn't it? What I really could do with this bed down here. I'll just run back to my bed and sleep through the night. Because this stuff, because it's done outside, you know what it's like. I'll be working on something and the zombie will sneak up, or a creeper, and that would just be annoying. So let's do this stuff in the day. Something I do quite like about the mechanism stuff is that the models do look kind of cool. They're not all just cubes. They have put a little bit of thought into the models, which is kind of nice. It's a nice little touch. This zombie. Right, where is that? There it is. So we've got power, we've got water, we've got hydrogen building up, and we've got oxygen. However, we've got nothing coming out of these pipes. Can I turn? Yes, I can turn it. Oh, no, not that one. Just to put down one of those. Hopefully that will get rid of what I need it to. No, that's sent down. Has that sent down hydrogen? I think it has. There's nothing in the... maybe if I rotate it. We've got oxygen, we've got hydrogen, but it's not spitting it out. Possibly because we're not, we don't really have a lot of power going through here. I think it might be worth getting some more solar generators in. But that is basically what we're going to be using to triple our ores. So what I'll do is I will gather the components that I need to make more solar generators, I think. So I can get, well, more solar generators really. And I'll come back in a sec when it's set up. Okay guys, I've got a few minutes left of this episode, so yeah. Where was I? So solar panels are, I added another one. It's still not brilliant yet. I think I do need to go all the way and put in an advanced solar panel. I think it will just speed everything up a lot more. But for the moment, I can now triple my ores, and that's quite a good thing. I can just kind of let it charge, let it get lots of oxygen, and then go down there with some iron, which I'm going to have to do between this episode and next, because I also went to the Nether. And not far from the gate, there is a Nether fortress. In that Nether fortress are blazes and wither skeletons. So I managed to get myself a blaze rod, and I macerated that down into blaze powder so that I could get a solid fueled boiler firebox. This is going to be used to make the locomotive. So that'll be that for this system. So that will be I'll be able to automate this system a lot easier with that locomotive. And the other thing that I need to do with the iron is start looking at building myself a wood farm, because over there I have quite a nice space that I could add a wood farm in, and I can get some track down there. I can have the wood farm growing, and then I can have a woodcutter cart that you make using Steve's Cart's modular cart system to cut down trees and send all the saplings, and I can do something interesting with that as well. I can send some saplings down to fermenters so that they can be turned into biofuel that will then run the quarries, and I can send some saplings, just to be put by for other things. So yeah, I'll put the wood farm in probably there, I'm thinking. And so the train will come along here, it'll stop, it'll be loaded up with wood, it'll continue on, it'll come up here, it'll stop, be loaded up with ore, and then it will go back to the main facility. Other things that can be done, I can put up a coke oven, so it's the train will also be fueled up when it goes into the cargo manager. So yeah, that's the big plan for next time. However, it does mean that this thing actually has to work. I wonder if there's any coal. I didn't bring any buckets with me, rather annoyingly. There's probably going to be some iron in here, I would think. So it'd be interesting to kind of get in there and get this going. Might be some iron in here as well. It's a cave system that I found, and after lighting it up, it does have some ores in there. Something to do anyway. So for now, I will say thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time for some Railcraft and Steve's Carts. That's the plan anyway. I might do some Britannia, I don't know. Yeah, so anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.